डेटा प्रोटेक्शन बिल देश के हर नागरिक को एक नया विश्वास देने वाला बिल है।
Excessive centralization of all the data. Everything will be controlled. It's a complete insult and hurting the spirit of the federal. We have to deal with the federal structure of government of India.
The bill does not provide for compensation to individual whose personal data has been compromised or who has suffered loss due to theft of personal data.
Given the vast number of objections you have heard, Mr. Chairman, I would urge that the bill be sent to the Standing Committee for proper examination as a new bill, because for the three different versions do not match.
Today in Parliament, the government, Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji's government has introduced a bill called the Digital Personal Data Protection Bill.
I rise to move for leave to introduce a bill to provide for the processing of digital personal data.
A revised Digital Personal Data Protection Bill was tabled on 3rd August during the monsoon session of the Parliament. The bill, which has undergone several iterations, seeks to provide a robust legislative framework to protect the personal data of the digital Nagriks of India.
The bill, in a lot of ways, will transform the lives and improve the rights of individuals who are today the digital Nagriks in a way on the Indian internet.
The bill envisions to include transparency, data minimization, accuracy, storage limitation, integrity, confidentiality, and accountability by not really burdening or hampering the businesses associated with using your personal data. So, does it really do that? Well, here are some of the key features and criticism of the Digital Personal Data Protection Bill 2023. But before that, don't forget to like and share this video and subscribe to the Money Control YouTube channel. So first of all, what is personal data? The bill throughout the years has tried to simplify the definition of the personal data. This is any data which specifically helps in identifying an individual. The personal data that you give to companies could include your address, your personal email ID, your contact number, your biometric data, your government ID number, and so on. So, it became essential to secure this information, and you as a user should have that control over knowing what personal data of yours do these companies have. The transfer of data abroad. One of the biggest changes brought about by the government is to tighten the grip on the data of citizens. In the earlier draft, the government was supposed to notify about the countries where data can be sent for processing. However, in the new draft, the government will notify a list of countries where personal data cannot be sent for processing. Obligations for companies. Known as data fiduciaries in the bill, they are the entities collecting and processing personal data. These data fiduciaries are required to obtain free, informed, and unconditional consent from individuals before processing their data as part of their obligation. Consent requests must be communicated in clear and plain language, and the withdrawal process should be as easy as giving consent. Data fiduciaries must inform individuals about the data being collected and the purpose of collecting it. The data can only be processed until an individual withdraws this consent. Data protection. The framework further directs the data fiduciaries to implement reasonable security measures to prevent data breaches and inform individuals in case of such a breach. The companies are obligated to delete the data when the purpose has been fulfilled or the consent is withdrawn. Significant data fiduciaries must appoint a data protection officer and an independent data auditor for compliance assessment. Consent of parents or legal guardians is required before processing data of children. The rights and responsibilities of the individuals now. Individuals have the right to access the personal data collected about them and know that with whom it has been shared. Individuals can request the deletion, correction, or updating of their personal data as well. A grievance redressal mechanism should be provided by the data fiduciaries for individuals. Individuals must provide authentic personal information and not withhold material information or impersonate others.
Even right to information is diluted. Right, Manish ji said, Government of India will be completely protected, others will be completely exposed. Third, there is a penalty cost which from 500 crores is brought down to 250. What is the meaning? Even a small NGO tomorrow challenges is 250 and a big industrial home, which is ridiculous.
The government is going to trample upon the Right to Information Act and Right to Privacy Act. So we are vehemently opposing this kind of sinister motives being displayed by this government.
Sir, as the former chairman of the Standing Committee, let me say that this is a matter that we have repeatedly requested the Minister to take the committee into confidence. It is a matter of disappointment that, to the best of my knowledge, the committee has not been asked to study this bill, which, as has been pointed out, has been repeatedly modified by the government and is brought in its third iteration to this House in this condition.
Now, the criticism of the bill is that some experts have claimed that there are some gaps in the new draft. One of the major criticisms was that the government had the power to give an exemption to some private players from their obligations. This prevents the individuals to get the information of their data from these particular entities. Another issue that had risen was with deemed consent, which means that the individuals allow sharing of certain data with the companies. In the earlier draft, if you did not want to give any information which was unnecessary to avail the service of the company, it was possible. But in the new one, the companies can prompt you to give the information that they want, else they could deny that service on the app. So these were some of the key features from the latest Digital Personal Data Protection Bill. What do you think of this framework, which the government feels will be essential to protect the privacy and data of digital Nagriks? Let us know in the comments below. And for more such videos, keep watching Money Control.